Alright, here we go. I have hit start recording. Alright, so we are in Nochet, in Halampta district. I will pull up the map of that one moment. I should have done this. I actually had a Herald, the guy that wrote this Nochet book, giving me suggestions earlier in the official server about ideas for stuff. So that was cool. Shout outs to Harold. That is your neighborhood, as a reminder. You guys live next to Vidal's Hall in the conveniently named Vidal Angle. We have returned after your long voyage. Your voyage back was longer than your voyage to Sog on account of this time you weren't rushing and you were just kind of like, stopping and making deals and doing whatever you could in case the House Norinal stiffed you with money. Spoiler, they tried to. You did get paid and reimbursed by the Temple of Ceres. You each, from your voyage, gained 35 lunars plus the 10 that you got from the weird sorcerer guys. So you guys made out with 45 lunars over the course of this, which is pretty good money considering that's an entire year's profit of a farm. Keep in mind that you do have to spend to maintain a status of living at the end of the year. So just keep that in mind before you rush to spend your money.
We do pay taxes on this too, I assume.
I mean,
do we pay grain tax? Considering
technically, you don't have to.
Well,
you pay
cult ties.
Yeah. You pay it to if your cult ties, for the record, go to your community, so it's kind of like goes into a community pot kind of a deal.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because your cults are your community as opposed to.
Well, I think my money might disappear.
Oh yeah, your money, on the other hand, disappears into the ether. That is the accounting books of the Temple of the Cult of Osiris.
No, you pay it up to the guy who recruited you, and then the people you recruit.
The Temple of Osiris is absolutely a pyramid scheme.
I will point out, this is in fact true because the guy that paid you is Harfin, your boss in the temple, which you then around and have to give some of it back in the tithe.
Correct.
But yes, so you guys and your ship slip back into the Mirror Sea at the dawn of just before sailing season ends in dark season. So you've been back about a month, getting everything squared away and moving helping your new sorcerer friend set up in your little apartment block. He has claimed the roof of the building, for the record, not actually in an apartment. He is living on the roof. He has erected a small, lean-to kind of structure and set up a small garden of questionable plants.
With natural instinct of wizards to seek the highest point is
truly
a scientific marvel.
Yep. Sorcerers just have to be at the top. But yes, so you guys are back in Nochet. I believe, since we had some people that weren't at the last session and got subbed in, thanks to Sestrar and Yolvin for filling in greatly, amazingly. The plan was you guys want to set out east next year, I believe.
That was what was discussed, yes. Also, for anyone, I forget who exactly may not have been there last time.
It was Hare and Garce.
Right. You guys get...
okay, it was...
Whoever wasn't there, keep in mind that you also get 40 lunars from us getting paid to deliver a message.
40 lunars?
No, it was 10 lunars each.
10 lunars each, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah,
I thought it was like...
So
no, that was the total value of the bar.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
5 total?
Yeah, it was 55 total and then divided amongst a lot of you.
Where the fuck did my pencil go?
But yeah,
Okay, so
the idea that was proposed was you guys get a boat to Malib, then question mark, you get to the East Isles, you start harvesting and accumulating magic shit, question mark, build magic boat.
Yeah, I think that was the logic. Yes.
Why specifically are we going there for a magic boat? Is there some shipwright stuff there?
There was someone here who was convinced that we could harvest magic wood that would then turn into a magic boat. I don't know what lore that's from.
I think. Well, I think actually, I believe one of the ideas is we capture a small god.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I think that one was floated much less seriously.
That's true. Yeah.
There was definitely a push to get magic woods.
Yeah.
Both in and out of character. I'm not actually. I don't know what they're talking about with the magic wood.
There are magic trees, so therefore
Alright.
magic wood.
And
But
they're specifically over to the east.
I mean, there's also just like there's a lot to do in the East, and also it's not a place where a lot of people go, so there's probably a lot of money to be made as well, as I guess one argument.
Yeah, as I
I'm
recall,
also
the
up
main
there, I'm
thrust,
just trying to work out
as I recall, the main thrust of the argument was less that we know that there is a specific thing over there, and more that the East Isles are a huge center of shipbuilding, and they kept building ships and boats even during the closing because you
Yeah,
could still
that is
move
fair.
between the islands.
Yes.
And so the
Okay.
idea was like, if we're trying to get a ship, an exceptional ship built, the East
probably
Isles
one
are
of the
probably
people
the
who know how.
region most suited for it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Because like the shipbuilding industry in Nutshit is
40 years old.
50 years old.
Not even 50. It's like literally 40. It's like 30 plus years at this point.
Yeah.
The
Whereas
East,
the
the East has
the-
plenty of shipbuilding to study.
yeah, it's like the shipbuilding industry in the East Isles is as
Since
old
the
as
dawn.
time.
Yeah. Since the dawn, at least.
Right. So it seemed like that would be more effective in that sense.
Also, if we piss people off, nobody knows it's there.
Exactly. We can just leave.
True.
Now, so here's an interesting question. Is shipbuilding is a craft skill, right?
Yes.
Does any of us, Garsamore, you have that skill, right?
Yeah. I mean, specifically carpentry and weaving, because I was assuming carpentry was effectively shipbuilding.
Gotcha.
I would suggest you change that to shipbuilding, but yes.
Okay.
Maybe
will do.
shipbuilding and sail making.
Yeah. Yeah, those would probably work better.
Yeah.
Yes. So Garce is our go-to guy for that.
Yes,
if
he
you want
is.
to pull in NPCs,
I just was
my
not certain
parents
if
are
those were like
shipbuilders.
different. Just because like the default crafts
Yeah.
only list
All right,
like
Richard,
Yeah.
you were saying something?
Yeah.
I was just mentioning as well that if you want to pull in NPCs, my parents, or at least my mom, is a shipbuilder.
As is GC's grandfather, I think you said.
No, he's a fisher.
Oh right, yes.
Yeah.
I have my father
Oh okay.
is
Yeah, there is.
something related to shipbuilding.
Yeah, there are shipbuilding in your community. Yeah, and though of course one of the questions is you have to. Do you plan on coming back and building your ship in Nochet, or building it in the East Isles and then coming back to Nochet to pick up your people?
Okay.
Building the ship is like a. How long would that?
It's
take?
it would be a long period. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can figure it out when we figure out how we can get our shit. It's like,
Yeah.
like we don't need to decide necessarily on one or the other now because we don't know what means we will procure our ship through yet.
Suggestion for when we do it, and I think I mentioned this before, and people might have already discussed it, we can use that dragon bone bit we've got as a prow or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, okay, so here's a proposal. Basically, there's two. If we're thinking about traveling to the East Isles, there's basically two ways we can get there, right? Either we can sign on with somebody else's voyage as hands, or we can get our own boat and just go there on a totally speculative venture. What's our capital look like as a group? In total, after the payment for the whole thing, I could scrape together like 40 lunars.
I have
I scraped
74.
together 79.
I have 45 lunars because I had lent what I had remaining to the merchant during that voyage.
So wait, GC has 40.
Well, technically, I have
I'm
52,
putting
but I
it-
need some to stay
We
alive.
can type,
Well, okay,
we
like-
can type it in the chat.
Can we put it in the chat?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, put it in chat.
we're talking
I'm
about
open up the weapons and equipment.
I got it open. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's try his rich, rob him.
So what I'm getting at here is, look, the cost
The
for a
exploit the
basic,
deck
like,
crew.
like the
non-deck
book
exploit
price
crew.
for a basic tug, which is the kind of ship we would be talking about as a basic, like, sail around and do stuff boat, is 10 to 20 wheels, which is 200 to 400 lunars. So I think as a collective we could technically afford that.
Barely.
Yes, we probably could not afford to also fill it with a
25
cargo
sailors.
sufficient to make a great profit, if that makes sense.
We might be able to, with some, we might be able to get a bit of a deal thanks to our serious merchant, and maybe get a fixer-upper that is like, functional.
There's a part of me that I don't know how like the economics of this work, but there's a part of me that doubts we can just walk down to the docks and say we want to buy a ship. I feel that's the type of thing you gotta kind of order.
We would have to. Well, so Nochid is probably one of the only places
it's
in
one of
the
the
world
only.
where that might.
It is genuinely one of the only places in the world where you might, at least in Genertello, where you might be able to do that. It is definitely a thing where you guys would probably need, and you would know this. You would need some sort of like inn with like someone vouching for you that you can have, that you can actually pay, and also, like you would have to. Basically you'd have to involve the patronage network of NoJet, you know? You'd have to be clear, kind of clear to buy this sort of thing, because, like, you know, the various houses have first dibs, generally, you know, when it comes to expanding their own fleets and influence and whatnot.
So, okay, so looking at the numbers put in just adding up all the numbers just put in the chat, those numbers add up to 662 lunars. That's enough, certainly, to pay the book price for a tub and to load it with goods. So if we wanted to, we could probably call on our various patrons and associates in order to gamble all of our riches on a Hail Mary long-distance journey to the East Isles to make or break our fortune. That would be highly dramatic. Would it be a good idea? Question.
How much is the tub?
10 to 20 wheels, which is 200 to 400 lunars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume we would be paying the higher price for the Wertagi upcharge.
Yeah, you are weird fish people, so people will be
Both the
questionable.
Wertagi upcharge and we're probably buying like what's the word for like a bad ship? A clinker, is it?
A fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Fixer?
I mean, yeah.
A lemon.
Yeah. You the other thing to consider here is that while having a ship is a big expense, usually the more more costly thing, because it's in some ways this is more limited than actually having a ship, is a crew, and you have one.
Right. So here's
we
my
don't have to pay our friends.
Well, you do, but they're kind of like, you know, in it with you, kind of a deal.
One thing that might be reasonable here is actually we don't buy the ship, but we go to one of the merchant families or whatever, try and figure out if anyone is interested in going to the Eastern Isles, which presumably they are, because they could see the same thing we are, and would say we'll provide a crew.
Yep. This is effectively what you guys did with your voyage to Sog. You got asked to be the crew for a thing, and this time you go forward and say, "Hey, we have a crew. Give us a ship."
Yeah, so that's about what I was about to suggest. Is the other possibility here is we Christopher Columbus this ship, except without all the racism and murder, ideally. So we propose an expedition. We get a major house or something to bankroll the vessel for us, and we spend our money on using up some of the cargo space for trade goods.
So, would that involve them like sending oversight with us?
It could.
Like,
that would be a part of negotiation, probably.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It would be like, what we would be doing is we would be going to a very rich and powerful person or consortium and saying, hey, we have this idea, we're going to go to this famous far-off place, and do X to become rich and powerful, and you too can share the spoils for just 2 easy payments of $19.99
That seems okay.
and a boat.
That seems like the
Isn't it
smarter
nearly
option.
4,000 lunas?
That presently, given our current financials, that's probably the more.
I will note.
Is it
I
wise to
will
find
note
someone who-
for that sort of a pitch, you do have a few things going for you. One, you're Wertagi. You are famous seafarers just inherently. Two, you do have like reputations as being the kin of like normals voyagers. Three, you have a wizard.
Yes.
4, we have successfly
Yep.
done this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You have
and
sailed- you have sailed as
If we
far
wanna-
west as you can.
If we want to go through with this, I just want to say that Felicia can just start doing that immediately whenever we need to, like
Yep.
working her way to
Yeah.
get contact with like a merchant house or something. Because I think
Yes.
she's in the best position to make first contact,
Mm-hmm.
as
100%.
is her cult want.
It's prob-
100%.
getting paid to do what we already want to do is probably a better option than spending what little money we have getting the bare basic.
I will
minimum
note.
shit.
I will note it would cut into your profits rather significantly on account of they like
they would
this.
expect to share.
They would expect a big share because you are only wagering your lives. They're wagering a boat.
Right, exactly. Well, so this is the thing. The deal would have to be, we're going there to do something for them in their name. The baseline expectation is that they get the basic profits from that.
Yeah.
We then make our money by claiming a portion of the cargo space for trade and personal possessions, and by
Yep.
doing other stuff while we're there that we keep the profits of.
Also, just
Like, as effectively the crew, they don't need to know what other things we
You cut off there.
You broke up a bit there. Gossamer?
Garthmore, you were assassinated by a robot.
Garth is fucking dead.
No. We lost the shipwright.
Dell got him.
the other thing that
The ducks got him.
Godlearners, I got him.
No, it's the ducks.
Oh, sorry.
I think Euro. I think the thing that might help us there is just that getting to the East Isles is probably going to take a long time.
Yeah,
and,
like this. You are effectively proposing an expedition that may last a year or plus, and like people will just have to accept that because, like, yeah, the currents aren't always going to be in your favor, so you might have to wait around. So this is like you're basically asking for a speculative long-term investment. I will note. Yep, go ahead.
That's right. I was about to say, our proposal here is to be the East India Company. Again, less racism and murder.
all these my cat on the EC reboot.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how racist the East India Company were, really. They would have done the same thing to Englishmen if they thought they could get away with it.
Yeah, yes, Akira.
Couldn't help it,
Yinkin
though.
sabotage.
But I will note there is some recent political things happening in the Holy Country that or the former Holy Country that may have impacted people's willing to speculative do these investments on account of the Lunar Empire has invaded Hjortland. So like across the Mirror Sea Bay, Kars is now owned by the Lunars. But they're not coming this way, so not really your problem. They're just kind of over there now.
Wait, is Belentar dead yet?
Yes, Valentar is dead.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, he died. He died the year you guys initiated.
He got off screened.
Yes, he died the year you initiated. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I
Oh, I
will
forgot
also
what year it was.
it's
My
19.
bad.
I will say this other thing. As that kind of may help us here. So Thalesia has or can develop mercantile contacts fairly easily. As part of my shamanic duties, I have to make a pilgrimage to King Undine's court every season, which I will have done off screen at
Yes.
some point here.
Yep.
That means I go to the place where all the big ocean spirits gather.
Yep.
And I have a chance to snoop.
Yep, you can. Yes, that is a thing.
Which means, so I will hopefully, knock on wood, unless I get stuffed in a jar again, I will have an opportunity to try to glean spiritual information about the oceans and currents around the East Isles, which could help us.
Yep, you can. That is 100% the thing you can do as a shaman. Other things you got that you guys kind of got going for you is your favorite sketchy uncles do in fact still live next door.
Is that Vanelli?
Yes,
Yeah.
and they sail all around the world.
Delhi sponsors.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea, but it is on the table.
No, it's not.
Anyways, let's get in debt to the Vanelli.
I will 100% always warn you that dealing with the Videlli is a terrible idea, but I will remind you that it is an option.
I mean, you say that, but it's never gone badly for us.
No.
Where else was gonna be? They're my friends.
Listen,
They
we
like
don't go in
us.
debt to the Fidelli because we know what happens when you go in debt to the Fidelli. It involves losing fingers and toes. We let the Fidelli know that we will be planning to go to the East Isles, and if they have anything they'd like us to do over there, we are open to negotiation.
I have a feeling that our brand new sorcerer may not like that.
Oh, you guys, if you guys want to approach Epson and talk to him about things, yeah, that's totally a thing you can do. At which point we will start actively role playing as opposed to just
What
speculating.
was that, sorry?
Epson is
So
your friendly new sorcerer dude that you rescued from the closing.
Ah, right.
Okay, so
Our sorcerer at a time.
hold on. So have we all decided this is what we're doing? We're going to try to get a commission to go to the East Isles on a voyage.
I think so. We just need to discuss who and how.
Okay. Well, in that case, once that's decided, Ferrari is actually absolutely going to go to Videlli Hall and let his former
Sure,
Videlli,
yeah.
his cheating instructor,
Yes, cheer good.
let her know that this is the plan.
All right. Now I get to make the fun thing, which is I roll off the camera how the Videlli feel about this. What the ever living shit. All right, we're off to a start. I rolled a 100. I have to think about what that means.
Perfect.
Moving on.
They immediately stuff him in the jar.
No, they don't stuff him in the jar. They do, however, seem interested.
Oh no.
What's it so?
Good interested or bad interested?
You don't know. It's about the same. You
All I'm saying is
They could send us to kill someone.
we're preparing for for the journey. We are open to negotiations.
okay. All right. What other so are you planning to try and buy a ship yourself or do a pitch to someone?
I think do a pitch. Cause...
We're gonna do the pitch first.
Okay.
If we don't get any takers, then perhaps the second attempt might be we might try to attract investors to buy and or build a ship.
All right. So I will note doing the pitch means you can probably set sail this coming sea season as opposed to waiting to get a boat. So this is probably like the more quicker option.
Exactly.
So how are you what groups are you planning on trying to get? Are you going to like the houses, the enfranchised houses, or like the Temple of Aseres, like various merchants? There's the Street of Sails, which is where all the accomplished sailing captains are.
I think the Temple of Aseres is honestly like one of the better bets, just because they might even just know, is anyone interested in doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can network us basically.
All right. And you do
The
have it.
established captains probably already have people for this kind of thing.
Yeah, possibly. But all right. So are the lot of you going up to Philestia and going, all right, friend, we need to talk to your boss?
Yes.
We can also do multiple things.
This is
Like
true.
Celestian, some can go to the temple, and someone else can go to like
We
the
can get
sailings.
multiple investors if we really want.
I mean, depending on what exactly they want us to do, yeah, we might be able to.
I guess the other
Like,
question is,
someone just wants a message taken. That doesn't take much space.
are we going to try and produce this then?
Produced by
What, sorry?
long ass list of people of no shit.
So I think our first step should be finding a primary investor who's willing to either supply the ship or provide a large sum of money towards outfitting a ship. That person will be the main deal. Then we can establish what we want to bring with us for like speculative trade purposes, and then we can fill up the corners with minor errands if we have time and inclination.
Can any of us just make a roll to try and, because we're not doing this like immediately, this kind of abstracted over a period of time.
Well, this session will be all of Storm Season, for the record. Yeah.
So can we just spend some time like gathering,
not
necessarily rumors, but kind of info on does it sound like we're on the street? Is anyone interested in doing this stuff?
All right.
Before we
give me either speak as Rolian, a listen, or a I'm blanking on the name of the skill. Local Homeland Lord.
Homeland Lord. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, correction. I want all from the lot of you. I want someone rolling each of those skills.
It was speakers, Rolian.
Listen, and Homeland Lord.
I have a 55 listen.
So what was
I
the
have
third
a
one?
40
Homeland
listen.
Lord.
I don't speak as Rolian. No, I do. I have 55 speakers.
Okay, I was about to say, you better.
Okay. I'm the worst as
I'm
Rolian
only at
speaker.
35 for Israelian.
Okay, so I can roll as Rolian. I don't have listen as a skill.
This
so
is not conversational. This is just flat skill.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
have
figured.
I have 40 in listen, but I think Garswell said they were higher. And then my
No,
cousin's
I
local is just base.
do not have this Rolian on my sheet. So that's probably...
You should
Should
have
have
It's just
50.
Yeah, it's just 40.
Nope. The last
Base
skill does
40,
not
okay.
speak.
I
The
thought
last
you said
skill
base
does not
30.
speak as Rolian.
I thought Israelian was starting at 30. I've got it at
30, yeah, it's at 30, yes. My bad, sorry. I had a long week working with mostly freshmen this week, so I am kind of, yeah. Didn't have a class under 30 kids. Woo!
Yeah, I don't have great... I don't think I have great skills for
Okay.
this.
Well, that's why it's a collective effort.
Yeah.
I have.
It looks
skills
like
that are slightly worse than everyone.
Namaka is the highest homeland lore.
Yep. Because that's just Mirror Sea lore technically.
Yeah. So so Namaka, you roll that. I think the highest listen is Garce at
Looks like-
55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Barely.
Garth,
Golf.
listen, Virari, speak.
That's
Yes, I
Is
have
there
failed.
anything, is there anything an
damn it,
augment
Ferrari.
listen with?
what was that?
I'm just thinking if there's anything I can augment listen with. I don't think I
Which
really
rune
have-
is listen?
Would truth work?
Actually, wait, Val, this is a perfect question. Am I allowed to augment my speak as Rolian with illusion?
All right, I want you to try and
Augment the-
justify that to me.
Can you
to me,
augment
JC.
the roll after you failed it already?
No.
No, but if he comes up with a convincing enough argument, I'll entertain the concept.
Okay, so for augmenting a speak roll to learn about mercantile events with illusion, right?
Yes.
I'm lying about being an employee of a major merchant.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, fair enough. That's reasonable.
All right, so we got a pass on the homeland lore.
Would truth apply, like sensibly apply here for listen? Of just trying to actually.
I'm just
listen
gonna
out
say
for-
roll it for me. Just. No, I'm not. I don't think truth
Okay.
really applies. The concept
Yeah.
of a singular or didactic reality does not help you listen better.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
I just realised I missed a conversion on my water rune when
Yep.
I was doing things. Let me
Oh,
roll.
Oh yes, and darkness is the listen sense.
That is a natural one on listen.
I thought darkness was taste.
No, water is actually taste. Fun fact.
Huh.
All right, so we had a fail from Ferrari. That's not quite a special from. Oh, let me actually check.
Yeah, it is. 7 out of 45 is a special.
Yeah.
Yep.
35
Special is
divided by
Yeah.
five.
is
So,
an equal.
so we had a failure, a
Yeah.
special, and a crit.
Yes, correct.
Excellent. All right,
I
we're
help.
off. Ferrari, first off, you learn jack shit. You get
I'm-
sidetracked trying to scam people.
I'm contributing to the team.
Namaka, when it comes to like the big names, there's a few that stick out. Obviously, House Corleoneo, there we go, is the big sailing and franchised house. They were one of the ones that supported Dormal initially, and they're big with the house with the Corlinthor cult, not court. I'm thinking of totally different things there. And so, like, they're usually the ones that sponsor these big, yes, the Kraken-haired ladies, yeah. They usually sponsor these sorts of big expeditions financially. You do have an inn. Harfin, Thalessia's boss, is married to a member of the house. He's like the fourth husband of the house. Garce, you were rolling listen, right?
Yes.
All right. There is a lot of rumors and conversations going around about a lot of the houses trying to build up cash and money. House Norinel obviously is. The Queen's house is. House DeLeo is. House Corleoneo is. It's not like immediately apparent. They're not like making a big deal out of it, but all of the big enfranchised houses are building up cash reserves and like money and stuff. Usually this indicates there's some sort of conflict that's brewing among the houses, but that happens every year. So that's what you got.
Could be prepping for the Lunas. Don't know.
Yeah.
Not important. And stuff.
So they're like, it's likely that the houses might be more intrigued on like a speculative venture right now than they are normally, even the ones that aren't the most invested in sort of long distance sailing stuff. That makes sense, everyone?
Yeah. We're actually doing this at a good time.
Which one's, perchance, which one might sound the most desperate for money right now?
That's a good question. The one that's kind of always in it for a lot of money at any given time is House Norinel, because the Queen can never the Queen can never have enough cash. There we go. But like that's just kind of a standard thing. But they're also the most demanding, if that makes sense, on account of being in charge. The more adversarial or pushed out by House Norinel a house is, the more desperate they are generally, if that makes sense. So like House de Laos is on the outs with the Queen over some sort of like issue involving a rejected marriage. You're not quite clear on the details, but they're feuding at the moment.
Because the more desperate they are, the better a deal we might be able to negotiate.
Yeah, the Demi-Verge's
as long as
house. That's Orlaneo, right? Do you see?
Yes.
They're also here, and they would also think Regos. Regos in general might also be another place to sponsor this, because the Demi-Verge is also trying to build up a fleet. She doesn't like being second best to Nochet and everything. So you might have to go outside of Nochet. You might be able to get better deals if you go outside of Nochet.
How far outside Nochet is that?
It's like a day sailing. If
I'm a
that.
little wary of the prospect of getting us involved in the ongoing feud between the Orlaneo and the DeLeo, because that is probably a good way to get assassinated.
I don't think we need to get involved in politics with this. We find someone
There'll be a
who's
risk.
we don't want to look like we're supporting someone at someone else, like against someone else, especially because we are a not exactly well-liked minority, who would probably make.
I'm going to roll for the atmosphere of Nochet at this exact moment. Oh, hey, there's a riot going on.
Yes, everything is politics, Kiro.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between like us getting like just sneered at, and the Azrolian Dart Warriors bursting through the window.
Yeah, Humaki getting hired to murder a bunch of fish people.
Like the ideal patron is one who has money, but is desperate to get more, and isn't necessarily high status. Is that common? Probably not. But that's like the ideal target.
Maybe kind of like a middling house that's just like they're not on the in or on the out, but they're just like, how do I put this? They're not involved with stuff. I don't know if that exists.
Like a house that's probably like out of favor and out of
someone.
Power,
Actually, wait, no, you rolled a special on this. Carol, you would know that House Morel is notably wealthy and has a staunch rule of neutrality. They're not really associated with like the water necessarily, but they do have connections with the River Temple, so maybe that's an in. They're more troll affiliated, if anything, though.
Well, we can tell them we'll bring back interesting foods or something. I don't know. They can use to bribe trolls.
It's worth a try.
Alright, but are you guys going first to the Temple of Aseres?
I think it seems a reasonable place to start.
Okay. Sure. So who's going there?
The Aseroid.
Besides the Lesha, the obvious answer. Is anyone backing her up? Is a better question.
Yeah, we can send a couple of people with them.
I think I'll let everyone else.
I mean, if you want someone who is very good at sea lore to maybe back you up, I can assist with that.
I mean, wouldn't be the worst thing.
You're also the person most likely to know what we need in a ship, because you're the one who knows how to build the damn things.
Actually, here's a question.
Yes.
Do we know at all what languages are spoken in the Eastern? Or is it just
trade talk?
Trade talk, yeah.
I mean, yeah, trade talk. I have a tiny bit of.
Else?
I mean, Krelori and Teshin are probably spoken in. Probably Krelori is spoken in small amounts.
Yes.
Teshin I can do at 38%.
Yeah, I have 29% Teshin, but the important one I think is really going to be Krelori, which I only have at 15. I do have trade talk at 90, which should be fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking, I can speak Krelori at 20. Well, if we're doing conversational, I can speak it at 46%. But like I was just thinking, like, oh, that might actually be a test they do. Is like, can you even talk when you get there? But
yeah, no, I haven't got anything very.
As long as we're not going to like really obscure local markets, we should be fine.
Yeah, with trade talk.
We can hire. We can possibly look for a translator.
Yeah.
If needs be.
Yeah. Also, yeah, we can find.
Actually, here's the question: does our sorcerer, perchance, have a?
He actually does. He does speak. He speaks a lot of languages on account of having sailed everywhere. His language is very rusty, but yes, he does speak Harangalan, which is.
You think how much has Harangalan like changed in the last 800 years? You think?
Quite a bit. He put it this way: he is conversational in the language of the Harangalan thalassocracy, which is hasn't existed in several centuries, but he does speak it on account of they were the main rivals to the Wertagi, so learning how to speak it was necessary.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
All right.
I would not recommend
we have-
using the wizard as your translator, though. Generally.
We can find other translators if we need it. I assume.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't think that's a massive concern.
I mean, trade
But-
talk of 90 will get you very far.
Yeah.
And boat speech will also cover a fair
Yes.
bit.
Boat speech is
Question:
also.
if I augment my trade talk unit over 100, can I say that's because it's like a magical language? Can I
Yeah.
force people to understand it?
I mean, well, one of the I was actually rereading the descriptions of trade talk in the rule book and stuff. It is easy to pick up on even for someone who has
Yeah.
never heard it before. So yes, you can if you're good enough at trade talk, you can just yell at someone and they will eventually get the gist.
Beaming market statistics into the or fisherman's brain.
Not exactly, but yeah. All right. So it's Galtos and Thalesia are currently going to the Temple of Viserys. Anyone else going or no? Or are you guys?
I'll go with them just as sort of.
Alright.
I don't think I've got
And
anything
Gunnar.
useful
You got
to
the
notice, but
and we'll assume that the you guys are taking okay, as a general rule, this is my assumption when you guys are going out through Noche. You walk in a gang on account of not wanting to get jumped. So your friends that you have designated are accompanying you generally when you go around Noche. So this is a group of 3 people. This is a group of 10-ish, 10 plus going to the temple.
That works.
that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, you guys are in fact trying not because you guys may not have the numbers to contribute to the gang wars. The gang wars of Noche do in fact contribute to your lives. Do I take too much enjoyment out of gangs of New Noche? Yes, but
I don't
Yeah, I
understand
think,
what you mean too much.
Probably Ferrari does not go to the Temple of Viserys with the rest of the group. 'Cause that would-
Ferrari has been
Not
barred
helpful.
from the Temple of Viserys.
just
GC,
because
roll
I
me a luck
gamble
check
and
real quick.
lie-
GC, roll me a luck check real quick.
Luck check.
It's not an official barring, but it's simply Kalesh's will.
12 times 5. Am I using my full POW for this or just my personal POW?
You're full pow.
Okay, in that
It's
case,
not fair.
18, 50, I still fail, but only by 9.
You are in fact shadow banned from the Temple of Viserys after a con gone wrong.
This is race
3.
He says, as other way targeting.
It may have been Thalesia that reported you. You're not quite sure. You've never been able to prove it. If Richard's okay with that.
That's fine. I caught Ferrari gambling with ducks, and I couldn't stand it.
All right. So you guys are going. Those 3 are going to the temple. Kamzu, Ferrari, and Namaka. Where do you want to hang out? Try and pick up some trails.
I think like I said, I think at some point in this period, I have to travel to King Undine's court.
Right.
And I think that's probably the most productive thing I can do.
Okay. So Kamzu
Namaka.
can't accompany you there. Namaka can, but Kamzu can't. Unless Kamzu wants to take an inordinate amount of drugs.
I have drugs.
I think you will refrain from that.
Though I do have a thing. Kamzu, do you have Colt Loranilla, do you not?
Yes.
I would like you to roll that for me real quick.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Yes, the mad got your ears.
Do I try and augment this?
Might be for the best.
Oh, my augments aren't amazing.
Or
I mean,
water rune also might help.
Which is more now consider which is more dangerous, failing or passing your Colt Lordanella?
Anella's not that terrifying of a goddess. Come on now. She's just batshit
water
insane.
Might be.
Yeah, water would work. It's one of her runes.
Yeah.
Successful
That is a
augment?
success.
Yep, so plus 20.
Yeah.
I have
So,
I have the dice channel on my iPad off to the right, so if I'm looking that way, that's what it is for.
79. And it's thinking.
Hey!
That's a success. That's a success no matter what.
Yeah. I'm just double checking. Yes, that is just barely over a special. If it had been a 16, that would have been a special. Alright. Anilla, there are temples to your cult along the way. You've heard rumors that there is a secret full-on temple, not a shrine, a temple to Anilla in Malib, and which is on your way. If you stop by there, you might be able to get some assistance from your cult in going further.
Okay, that is useful.
Yeah.
Makes stopping in Malib more attractive.
Yeah. Which is on the way, to be clear.
Yeah.
Malib is like the only place you can stop when you're going east on account of Prax being most of the coastline. Unless you guys want to stop in Corfu.
In where?
It's the shitty mosquito-filled hellhole that the Lunars maintain.
Right. Okay.
Yes. All right. But Kosar or Kamzu, we're gonna come back to you later, because
Okay.
you are going to in uncovering this, you're going to have to visit a shrine of Anilla in Nochet, which the role was to track down. To be clear. All right, so we're going to the Temple of Iseres. I'm presuming you're going to the nearest one in the marketplace, the Great Market, which is at the far end of Halamta, which would be the one you are a member of, Felicia. So, all right, so you guys are heading there. Along the way, I will note that the tensions in Nochet are never really low, but currently they're higher than usual. This tends to kind of happen, especially in Halamta, because like this is the sailing district and no one can sail right now, so everyone's just kind of there, you know. But on like I said, on your way to the Great Temple, you do see the telltale signs of a riot brewing. This may be over the grain not being distributed very well. It could be over like terror, or there's a flood of refugees from Heortland and they're spilling out from Sarli into Halamta, and people are upset about that. There's a lot of things going on. But you are going to have to be on your guard as you wander around the district.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, I don't see it. It's fine. All right. So but the market is thankfully an Iserite bastion, and thus anyone who tries to start something in the market, bad things happen to them. But okay, so you make it to the temple. I presume you're going to your senior priest Harfin, or are you trying to dodge the chain of command here?
We'll go to Harfin.
All right. You find Harfin. What is he doing? Is a question. He is. That is the second 11 in a row I've rolled. He is overseeing. He is overseeing in the market the long docks where people are buying and selling ships, ironically enough, or arguing, haggling, whatnot, with a bunch of craftsmen over the production of said ships. So you find him at the actual dockyard that is adjacent to the market. I will repost. I will circle it where you guys are on the map. You are over here, in the very top right of the map, next where there's a particular vessel wintering at Nochet, and some people seem upset about it. It has a very strange appearance to it, in that it looks like it's grown, not built. The mast is a tree, in other words, like a living, actually growing leafy tree.
Interesting.
Elf shit?
Yes, it is an elf ship. And Harfin is you stumble upon the Aserite priest in the interesting concept of trying to negotiate docking and renting rights of the dock to a tree man.
Right. I mean, yes, we'll just wait for him to finish with that. 'Cause
Roll
I
me.
can't even speak elf.
yeah.
Roll me trade
Hey,
talk,
look.
Valesha. Actually, all three of you can roll me trade talk to see if because he's arguing with this elf in trade talk, which is notable
Look,
because most
walking
elves don't
halls.
speak it. Yeah.
Walking hobbits.
Yeah, he's.
Do they speak
Success.
smoke speech? Do you think it's worth trying?
You can, but they're not actively speaking it right now. The tree man and Harfin are arguing in trade talk.
Oh right, they are that.
Conversational.
Yes, this is
or
conversational.
Oh, in that case, that's an auto success, I think, unless I fumble.
Uh,
Anyway.
That is in fact an auto success.
Harold, did you roll?
I succeeded on a conversational trade talk by about 3.
No, nice. All right.
Oh, that is a special if it's conversational as well, because it's a 29 versus 180, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's weird hearing you don't like. Okay, so to be clear, you guys have met elves before, just because you live in Nochet. You've never heard them. Oh, so everyone passed. Okay. You've never really heard elves speak trade talk all that much because they usually don't like to talk generally. But this elf is arguing very vociferously with Harfin over it, and Harfin's like, "I'm telling you, it's 30 clacks a day for for however many days you're staying." And the elf goes, the elf is replying with, "The standard rate, as established by the cult of Aseres in Pamaltella, is 27 clacks per day."
In Pamaltella. They really are from far away.
It's a southerner.
They're having this exchange back and forth, and they're like trying, like, you know that thing that people do when they're not like they both won't budge on a haggling thing, and so they're just kind of like beating the other guy over the head with a number. They're doing that, back and forth.
They haven't pointed out to him that we're not in Pamaltella.
Do you say that out loud?
I feel like probably the priest has pointed that out.
You know what? Fuck it. We say I say that out loud. Yeah.
Okay.
The elf turns and fixes you with a glare and says, "Just because some of you are more savage than others does not mean that that the fundamentals of finance have changed."
No, but you're talking about an agreement made with different people in a different continent.
I'm trying to improve that agreement. He's pointing at you with a long, spindly finger.
Huh.
And Harfin's just kind of like,
Now Harfin has noticed us, I assume.
yes, he has, and he's just like, "Oh god, the fish people are here." First there was a tree man. Now I have fish people too. And you like, there's this brief moment of contemplation where you could tell if how Harfin is contemplating what the relationship is between fish and trees, and if that's antagonistic or not.
I
But
think the answer is there isn't much of one.
yes, but he calls over one of his assistants, and then that guy like taps in as he steps over to deal with you, and the Pamaltellan elf starts arguing with another Aserite, and it's just on, and they're haggling, and they're ever so slightly, the numbers are changing slowly downward and upward, so they're eventually going to reach an equilibrium, but that's going to take a while. And Harfin looks to you and says, "Ah, I didn't think it was your turn. Your turn for temple duties, Thalesha, today."
No, we have come here seeking to make a proposition and possibly look into potential connections. And we're seeking investors, basically.
Profitable venture.
He goes, "Ah, you've come of that age. Got it. What's your venture?"
We are planning an expedition to the East Isles. We've already made...
Eyebrows.
We are... I guess we haven't already
what's our
made
venture?
contact with any houses. We are working on making contact with what was the house you were thinking of?
Morel. Oh, you had several. You had like Coralineo. If you were dodging,
I'll just say we are working on making contact with several noble houses who we believe would be interested in such a venture. But we also, of course, wanted to look into the temple as the main.
So are you coming?
The main hub of all.
Are you
things.
coming to me as local priest of Viserys, or are you coming to me as fourth husband of House Coralineo that funds a lot of sailing expeditions?
Which one are we coming to, as guys?
No, I think it's alright, but I mean, it could be both.
I think we'll start on we'll start with neutrality. So we'll start as the priest of Viserys.
Right. If you're talking to me as the priest of Viserys, I would caution you that these sorts of ventures very rarely turn a profit, but I don't think that's going to discourage you on account of. He's just like gesturing at the entirety of you as if to say you were talking without actually saying it.
Your
Good on
point
us.
is taken.
But so you're looking? Are you looking to be put into connections, or are you looking to put out a call for investment?
We are.
Because I have forms for both of those.
Oh God, do you have to roll hatred bureaucracy?
Do you have hatred bureaucracy?
We could side
Yes.
off topic.
Yeah.
No, I can't talk about that because we're mid conversation.
Nice.
We are looking for a call for we're looking for a connection initially to acquire a ship. So we would like a primary investor, but we would not be opposed to a more general call for further investment as well after we've acquired primary investment.
All right. So let me run through what I'm getting here. You have an idea. You have a crew, I'm presuming. He gestures at the 10 teenagers standing in front of him, 10 to 12 teenagers standing in front of him. Presumably have a crew enough for a ship. But you don't have a ship. Nor do you have
We have a
cargo.
sorcerer.
You have a sorcerer.
Does he know about the sword? Does he know about the wizard?
He does now.
Wait, the wizard is with us?
No, he's
Not
back at
with
home
us.
on his roof,
Okay.
staring at the sky.
This is Galtos trying to make this sound less
Less-
heavy.
less-
I didn't hear.
No, that was Galtos going. But we do have a sorcerer as a pitch in of we may have a boat, but we have this dude. We have a weirdo. And he's like,
My brain blanked that out.
yeah. He goes, that changes of. I have to roll one of his passions. Okay. And he goes, walk with me. Thalesha and assorted friends. He doesn't know all of y'all's names. And he just he whistles, and then he whistles to the other guy, and he says, he goes, duty calls, to another priest, and he's like, duty calls, I have other affairs I need to deal with. You handle the tree. And then you just hear the elf call out, I heard that. And Harfin just hurriedly walks out of eyesight of the tree and possibly any bowmen on the ship. With I'm presuming with you all in pursuit.
Yep.
All right.
We will follow.
He starts walking, and he doesn't actually lead you into the Temple of Aseres. He actually leads you down to actually where the floating so on the map there's the long docks, and directly below it there's a section with the water rune marked, if you see it.
Yes.
Yes, that is yes, H4. That is as I recall. One moment, I'm double checking that I'm not saying that it's the wrong landmark. But I believe that is the floating temple of Dormal, and that's where he's leading you.
Okay.
But I am double checking real quick. There we go.
Garce, I forget. Are you a Dormal or
Yes, I'm a Dormal.
Okay.
Yes, that is the floating temple of Dormal. Yeah. He is leading. Yeah, he is leading you there. The which all of you know this by sight. You all have seen the floating temple of Dormal many, many times. Several, some of your grandparents probably sailed on this thing, and in fact, actually, I think all of them, all of the ones that did the first voyage, sailed on this thing. It is a trireme that has been rebuilt into a literal floating temple. There is colonnades, there is a roof, there is an altar, there is a pool of water in it. Everything that a temple of Dormal has is just an entire ship built as a temple. It sits in the dock year round, except for being taken out for very important sacred time events and rituals. But he leads you up to it, and he as he approaches, he sticks his finger in his mouth and whistles in a very peculiar way. It's kind of like a kind of whistle, and a middle-aged woman comes. Well, first a hand comes out of the water, and then a middle-aged woman pulls herself up onto the docks, and she just goes, "Yes, what?" Her hair is wet and soaked, but it has been tied into what looks like tendrils of braids that are segmented via beads. As she pulls herself into the thing and sits down, and then Harfin sits down next to her and then gestures for all of you to sit down.
We sit down then.
Yes. This is Orana, my wife. They have a business proposition. And then she then very calmly crosses her legs and steeples her fingers and just tilts her head and is like, "I'm listening."
Me and my compatriots are seeking to mount an expedition to the east, passing through, of course, the major ports in Melib and Kralarella, but eventually making our way all to the East Isles. The trip will probably take, if all go, trip probably will take at least a year. However, we have a major obstacle in that we still need a ship and investors. We've come to you seeking a primary investor and a ship to sail.
She scratches her chin and strains water from her hair, and she goes, "Well, I have two, so we might be able to work something out."
All right. We already have a full crew, including a trained sorcerer of the a trained sorcerer skilled in water magic to aid us on our journey.
She stares at you and she goes, "Somehow I don't think you're bullshitting." Huh. Alright. Now I'm really interesting. Or really interesting. I'm really I cannot talk this morning,
I'm
y'all.
both very interesting and beautiful. Thank you.
I just can't talk today, damn it. All right. She goes, I'm presuming you want something more of the merchant side of things.
Yes, we intend to carry significant cargo if we can.
And what cargo are you plotting to bring back?
Okay, then what do we know about the Eastern Isles? And
Can I quickly roll to go look at the trade tables?
Yes.
For the East Isles?
Yes, you may roll me Cult Lore Isseres.
Wonderful. I have that at 30, which ain't too bad. Can I augment that with something?
Yep, you can augment with either of his runes. Those work.
Harmony.
Could I assist of maybe Sea Lore? Question mark?
Successful
Is that
augment.
tangentially related? You know?
Sea Lore would actually kind of be relevant, yeah.
Oh, that's a failure.
Yeah, roll me Sea Lore and see if you can save us.
Sea Lore, 75%.
I'm closing the guide PDF. I no longer have the right to see it.
That will be my
It's
general.
not-
For the record, Richard, that will be my general rule for you. If you roll me Cult Isseres, you can look at the trade table of the guide at any given moment. that is my rule at this moment. Hey,
That is a 10 versus 75.
that is a
special.
special. Yeah, that's a special.
75 C.
Yes, I have 75 Sea Lore.
Damn, pretty
Yep.
good.
He's Galtos knows what he wants to do, and that is big build boats. Yes, that's how I want to phrase that. Oh God.
I did fail by less than 10.
Okay.
for the record.
Yeah. So you would know, Garsamore, that the East Isles is like much more warm and like tropical generally. There's some jungles there. There's all sorts of varying terrain. So there's like all sorts of corals and pearls and that sort of thing there. There's also a lot of sea artifacts because it's an ancient seafaring region. So stuff like that along those lines. They have giant magic ships with laser beams. There's also those. You're not quite sure you can bring one of those back.
We've discussed the tall ship before.
Yeah, these are where the tall ships are from.
Right, that's,
Yeah.
Yes, the
We
wizard thing.
only have one wizard for that. So.
Technically two.
Unfortunately, it's unlikely we will be able to import a tall ship by putting it in the hold of our smaller ship.
Yes, that would.
Absent the intervention of a very bored and powerful Yermali.
Okay, Galtos will list off a variety of just local exotic things that can be procured there that he can think of. And we'll also toss in, we do also have a pair of shamans, so theoretically we might be able to acquire spirits there if needed.
Okay, but GC's right. She did technically ask what we would be taking there. I think.
No, she asked for both. She asked for both.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, so yes, our main thing we seek to bring back, of course, rare spices, woods, artifacts, if we can get our hands on them.
Can I make a
and
suggestion? I don't know if I'm allowed.
No, yeah, go for it.
One of the major things that the Dragon Pass area produces that the East Isles don't is bronze.
Yeah, it's true because most places don't actually produce all that much bronze. So
I
taking
guess
bronze.
they actually need gods to have died there.
Yeah, so Dragon Pass was a huge center of fighting in the Gods' War. There's a number of like active bronze mines in the Cathalan region, and the East Isles I don't think has like virtually any native bronze mining.
In general, I don't think they have a lot of metal.
Yeah.
We probably want to bring processed bronze goods, like rather than just raw bronze, because they're not gonna know how to frickin' use their bronze there.
They
Would you
metalworking.
No, they
They-
have
they
bronze
have- they
working.
Yes, they have
Bronze
but they
working-
don't necessarily have the
They
level
have
of
smithing gods,
expertise
Garce.
working.
Garce.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely should bring bronze
Goods, yeah.
goods. I think,
Yeah.
not like
I mean,
unfinished.
metal in
Yeah,
general is
they're more expensive. We'll be limited on space.
Yeah.
And then our bars stack quite nicely.
And so, I'm gonna say to sorry, what's her name again?
Arana.
Verana. In trade, we seek to bring primarily bronze and other metal goods, as the styles are relatively poor in those resources, and we think we can make a fine profit off of that. In return, we plan to bring back rare and exotic spices, woods, artifacts. Our shamans are also interested in acquiring. Seem to be interested in acquiring strange spirits and the like from over there. From what I've heard.
She nods, and then she glances up suspiciously at her husband, and she goes, "You taught her, didn't you? Didn't you?" And he's just like, and she goes, "I'm questioning if this is I was questioning if this was a legitimate business opportunity for my husband just wanted to show off. But you actually put way more thought than I was expecting into this than I was expecting."
Some of it was retroactive.
Our 10 minutes in the Mind Palace to help things.
Yeah, hey, that's how role playing works, you know. Sometimes your characters will have thought of things you didn't.
Yeah, our characters know things we do not.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I didn't have to make a single roll.
you did have to make rolls.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah, you did have to make rolls.
I failed it, and I don't get a check on anyway because it's lore. But anyway,
Yeah.
I succeeded mine. I still don't get a check on mine before.
Yeah.
She will continue to quiz you guys on your things, but we're gonna bounce away to the Maka and Virari, who are squirreled away in the center of the little like you guys live. I mentioned before, you guys live in like an apartment block kind of thing, like like one of the things. There's like a center. It's shaped in a square, like a lot of buildings in Israelia are. It's the Earth Rune. The center of it, though, unusually has been dug out and filled with like a pool for your the community's religious rites and stuff. And I presume the two of you guys are sitting in it as you guys prepare to commune with the water spirits. And go,
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So you two are sitting there, communing. Your Cephas, Zeron, is watching you do this, though he is generally tied up in other affairs and will not be accompanying you on account of you have a proper shaman now, so you should be okay with this.
Yeah. I'm very proper.
Yes. So you guys are. What is y'all's preparations for this spiritual pilgrimage?
Okay, so I'm going on a pilgrimage to King Undine's court, which is where not. So to be specific, this is not where the spirits of water animals come from. This
Correct.
is where the spirits of water itself come from.
Correct.
So, what I think my like ritual preparation for this is, let me think about this for a second. This is the place that undines and water elementals and nymphs and stuff arise from.
Yep. This is also. I will note this is not an entirely safe pilgrimage on account of there are beings like the king waves and whatnot will be in residence as well, and they are not exactly the friendliest of individuals.
I think ritual preparation for this involves attuning yourself as closely as you can to the water room, which means basically I've been doing underwater yoga.
Okay. I vibe. He's just.
So I've been performing stretching and flexibility exercises under the water, and I've I've gathered symbolic items. If anyone has any Quicksilver that I could get a hold of, I've got that.
Yeah, there's like a communal icon that you two have been loaned for this.
Yeah, so we've got the icon. We've got like I would have tried to get like a bowl of wine, some kind of what senses is water associated with again?
Taste.
Touch, taste.
Touch and
Yeah,
taste.
so like, oh, honey. Honey would be a good one. Like it's a liquid but a strongly flavored one.
Yep.
Wine, salt water, kind of arranged around where I can easily access them.
Okay. The rest of you, like you, this would have started well before the rest of you departed. So, like Thalesha, Kamzu, Galtos, Gunnar, you saw Virari and probably Namaka doing the underwater yoga in the like 7 foot deep pool that you guys have in the center of y'all's apartment complex. Just down there doing the stretches.
As you do.
Yep.
Yep, there they go again.
Yep. Doing their shaman things.
And then, yeah, I think before discorporating, the last thing to do is to take the various, like, sacrifices, essentially, the liquids, incense, etc., and pour them into the pool and incorporate them into the water until they dissolve.
Makes sense.
And then, presumably, at the end of this whole process, that will be magically purified.
Yeah.
Because it will all become water.
Yes. I see Kira is typing about her preparations. Kamzu, you are up on deck after for the next rotation, just to be clear.
This also probably involves MP sacrifice through blood.
Yes.
Blood also being a strongly water-aligned magic liquid.
It is strongly aligned with many elements, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's almost a universal kind of conduit for the runes. Blood is frequently invoked in earth rites too.
Yes, for sure.
And I think also
And moon
fire.
rites.
Yeah, moon and fire rites too.
Yep. I think only darkness
what
really
fire
doesn't
rites
invoke
use
blood
blood?
much, and that's just 'cause they keep
Shargashi
people's
ones.
souls.
Okay, I mean fair, but
Yeah.
I think that's more like a war god
Yeah,
thing than a fire thing.
true. Oh yeah, Garum. Yep.
Yes, that's a good shot.
Yes.
The fish sauce.
Fishy, extremely strong flavour,
Mm-hmm.
liquid.
So yeah, if you want to roll, actually probably Virari's role here would be like the augment. The thing I would use to augment would be the water rune directly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So roll me water rune. The both.
Okay, here I go.
Are you
go.
also, you're also using just ritual preparations, I assume? Or is that
Yes.
thing?
Well, so I don't technically have to roll anything to discorporate, but
Yeah.
this is like a.
This
This
is
is
like a
the check.
preparatory augment for like spirit
Okay,
travel,
okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. That is a. Oh my god! I actually succeeded at a roll for the first time. That's 22 versus 80.
Nice. All right. Yes, you both succeed, and you guys both discorporate. Now, with y'all's ritual preparation, you manage to dodge the usual problem that discorporating and going to other elemental focused things run into in Nochet, which is Arnalda. Normally, when you discorporate in
Yes.
Arnalda's kingdom, you are in Earth. Welcome to the land of Earth. But with y'all's preparation, you kind of like slide into it, and you find yourselves spiritually in the vast and weird and wonky places of the oceans in the spiritual end. I am going to require a spirit travel from one of the two of you. The other can assist.
Gotcha. Do I get my? I think I have the higher spirit travel. Mine is 59. Oh, never mind. Namaka has the higher spirit travel.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Namaka, you.
I love.
Yeah. I'm now wondering if Ferrari's pilgrimage is just Namaka dragging him to King Undine's court.
Ferrari is fundamentally a ghostbuster. Okay?
Yeah.
The spirit travel is really secondary to his job.
Yeah. All right. You man. All right. That's not quite. Is it that? I don't know if that's a special or not.
Wait, does she get the augment from the water rune?
Yes, she does. So yeah, that's a special.
Then, yeah, that would be a special then.
Yeah. So 96 times 0.2. Just to be clear of all the math, it means anything 20 or under is a special because we round up in favor of the players. All right, so you managed to get Namaka, you managed to, through your like attunement and love of the ocean and whatnot, like it's not really like step, it's more like slide/glide. Like it's a movement without like it's a dive kind of a thing. You're not like moving in like an above water way. You're not really moving in like a swimming way. You're moving in like a watery flowing way. And the world warps and changes because King Undine's court is really hard to describe to a mortal sense. It's not like you guys have talked with other shamans around Nochet and whatnot, and like you've heard of pilgrimages to Azel or Storm Bull's camp and all these things where it's like a physical place with like humanistic beings that reside there that are recognizable. The court and everyone in it is water. So it's more like you feel the presence and the differences more than like you see or hear or like whatnot, right? So like King Undine is a great shadow presence across your perception. You are in his domain, you are within him. But within him is also not just you, but the other waters of the world. And of course, you can very distantly feel that Undine is himself within a greater being.
It's all currents all the way down.
Yes. All right. When Ferrari makes his pilgrimage, he has to sacrifice MP when he gets there, right? He has to offer a sacrifice to Undine.
Presumably.
Yeah.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yes. That's part of your like the stuff you brought, everything. How much MP are you sacrificing?
Probably. I'm just gonna pick a number that sounds like a good vibe. I'm gonna say 4.
Okay. All right. You sacrifice 4. Now you are here and you want to search out the currents and stuff of the East Isles. Was your goal?
Yeah. So there's 2 things that I want to do while I'm here. So 3. So first I have to do the ritual stuff, the ritual propitiation, the pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Second, I want to search for the red tide that Bluestock, the Corolinther current, asked me to look for, and I also want to make contact with the currents and nymphs of the East Isles and find out from and basically talk with them to find out if there's anything interesting going on over there in the spirit world that we might move towards.
Okay.
I'm searching for a plot coupon.
Yeah, that's fair. I would like you to roll me worship for the first bit.
Gotcha. And is this still augmented?
No, this is just your general worship, but you have sacrificed 4 points of magic points, so you get plus 40 from that.
Okay, cool.
I believe it's 10 for each magic point, is it not?
I think so.
Yeah.
We're rolling against 90. That is an 85 out of 90.
Excellent.
Success.
Yes, you successfully do not offend King Undine with your sacrifice. You
a good choice of numbers.
You are there's a reason I asked for the number before I gave you the context of what you were sacrificing for. But You aren't quite sure if he's pleased or not. It's not clear. Like he's a very alien existence. So like he doesn't seem mad though.
I'll take not mad.
Yeah.
Not mad is
Alright.
we can work with that.
All right. Kiro, is there anything Namaka is here while I'm here for while I'm going through what Ferrari's doing? You are looking for the red tide, are you not? All right. Ferrari, do you have a moon rune?
I do. I have Moon 30.
I would like you to. Okay. Would this be spirit talk or spirit travel again? I'm trying to think. Yes, I see that, Kiro.
Log at me. So trying to find a specific spirit generally is a spirit travel.
Travel, yeah. I would like you to try and roll me a spirit travel augmented by your moon rune, Ferrari. Kiro, you.
Ferrari's Ferrari's shamanic power, the one that makes them more
Nope.
inclined to. Okay,
No.
That works on water spirits.
Yeah, this is a moon
Okay,
spirit.
Okay.
Okay. Fascinating. Can I augmented by the moon specifically?
Yes.
Okey-dokey.
Indeed.
All right, I'll give it a shot. All right, rolling on Moon 30. Oh my God, I rolled a 9. That's a success.
All right, plus 20. Kiro, you will also get like 2 things to do here. For the record.
All right, spirit travel 79, counting the augment. 23, success.
All right, you do. So this is an interesting thing to describe. So we mentioned that like all the currents kind of meld and all these water spirits blur together and the lines between them are hard. They're not the only things present. There are these moonish spirits, the tides, that are coming in and going. And most of them are this calm. They're this familiar erratic blueness, if that makes sense.
Sure, they've got the blue. They're blue. Dabba-dee-dabba-die.
Yes. Yeah. There are others that are more understandable, but they feel weird, and they're red. There's a redness to them. They taste red.
Okay, got it.
And this is you're looking for one of these.
Yep.
And it takes you a while as you're trying to correlate what Bluestock told you and like this weird sensation, and eventually you do find this red thing, and it whispers in your ear, and it's not whispering in sea speech.
Is it spirit speech?
Yes, it has a Pelorian accent, not that you would know.
Okay. Fortunately, I have spirit speech 100.
Oh, okay, yeah. You totally understand it. But it is... I am not going to do creepy moon voice on account of I'm having enough trouble talking already anyways.
Valid, totally valid.
But she inquires why a water... she seems to struggle to define you. In a weird way. It's like she doesn't have a frame of reference for your existence. But like, why? Eventually she defaults to, why are you looking for me?
I'm also not going to go into like the exact wording, but basically the vibe here is Ferrari is here as a wingman. His buddy thinks you're really cool. And he's going to communicate in the vague spiritual way. He will communicate the essence of Bluestockness, being like, "Hey, this guy thinks you're cute."
Roll me charm augmented by spirit speech.
Okay, that is a critical spirit speech augment. Okay, 4 out of 100.
Jesus. All right, that's plus 50.
Giving me a total of 90.
Did you fail?
No, you have to believe me when I say this. I rolled a 9.
All right.
Ferrari sidles up to the vague red glow in the water like, hey, pretty lady, how's it going?
Shamans, man. Did I expect to say roll to seduce the moon tide on behalf of a weird fish spirit?
Rory's
We're
not
reenacting the story of Golan, baby.
Oh, God. Beware all tricksters. All right. Actually, I don't know if that's a beware tricksters because Yermal walks out of that story fine.
Exactly.
Just reborn again weirdly, but all right. Will
It was a Tuesday.
what is this dice? I rolled a 4. All right. She long story short, because my brain is short-circuiting after these rolls. You have successfully hooked up a weird fish current spirit with a weird tide spirit.
Perfect. Ideal.
Gain 1 reputation.
Wonderful.
Yes, and there's probably some weird spirit that is the result of this. You will find out eventually. All right.
Where's the reputation gain coming from? Is he like telling people about this when he gets? Actually, yes, of course he is.
I was about to say.
Prospective new spirit cult created.
Plus, I'm sure there are other shamans around in Undine's court watching this happen. Like, what the hell?
That's
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Ferrari the wingman.
Namaka, have you come up with a thing you wanted to do?
Oh,
Okay. I would like you to roll me spirit travel real quick. Ferrari, you are also. I'm trying to come up with something besides just roll me spirit travel over and over again to find specific spirits. Ferrari, you are trying to call the you're trying to actually. Ferrari, roll me. I was gonna make you roll spirit speech, but that's kind of a formality. What are you trying to do to entice the spirits of Jesus Christ, Kira? All right.
Our rolls the session.
This happens
what am
every
I trying
time.
to do to?
Yeah, to attract the spirits that you want.
So I don't think I know that much about the East Isles.
That's
But-
fair.
There are two strategies I can use here. One, I know that the East Isles are in the direction of the Gate of Dawn, so I can move sunward.
Yep.
Or I can latch onto. And this is actually probably the thing that I do. I find a current that goes from near me because I am in physically and emotionally and mentally. I am in like Coralinthor.
Yep.
So I can find a current that travels from me towards the sun and follow it
Okay.
in order to go to where the east is.
Yes, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm trying to find the table for generating the power of a spirit that you find when you do the spirit travel thing. Can't remember where in the rulebook that is. There's the spirit rarity. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the spirit rarity. All right. What the ever living? Okay, Kira. For the record, you have just found, quote, a unique spirit which has 6d6 plus POW is the category that you just rolled. We'll get back to you. Probably CD. God damn it. Well, Kira, we're gonna have to come back to what you do because I have to comprehend the bullshit that's going to come.
Another shaman put into a jar. Alas. Usually such places.
Yeah. So you were trying to find your way to the sun. Is basically what you're doing there.
Yeah. Well, I'm latching on because I figure none of the currents are going to go actually to the sun, right?
Yeah.
But I can grab onto a current that is heading in the direction that the sun comes from, and that will bring me to the east, to where the East Isles are.
All right.
and then I can talk to them.
Okay.
I'm surfing.
Yes, you are channeling Inla Samar, but are you the dude? Is the question. Roll me.
Am I a bad enough dude?
Yeah, are you a bad enough dude? All right, roll me just straight spirit travel here. All right, and I'll get back to you because Kosar has been waiting. Kamzu.
Hold on. Critically important question.
Yes.
Is this still augmented?
No, this is not because you
failed.
were okay.
Go ahead with Kosar. We'll come back to me.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. All right.
Wherever I am now.
Yeah. All right. We'll. Things are happening. Put it that way. All right. Kosar, are you ready?
Sure.
All right, Kosar. You or Kamzu rather, not your character, not you. You are not physically in Nochet. Your character is in Nochet.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, probably for the best, especially considering where you're going. Kamzu, finding shrines to your cult is always an endeavor. There's a lot of the time, a lot of your worship is just kind of through associate worships between the guys that actually generally have cults. But you know in your heart of hearts that there is a shrine here in Nochet. It's finding it. Yeah. That's the bits. That's the bitch. So here, this is where we cut to. We smash cut to Kamzu in the sewers. Flanked. How many buddies do you have? I believe you were one of the characters that picked a dead person.
Yeah, I have two buddies.
Yeah, you have your two buddies are with you. I believe that's in my. No, which one is in my
I
note?
did not copy this into my notes document.
Yeah, one moment. I have your things.
Your buddies are with you and complaining about the smell.
Yeah, so it's Liera and Sig. So you have Sig, a pirate, wannabe pirate, and a far right merchant with you in the sewers, walking. Sig has his sword. Sig has his clanth out and is like staring at any signs of movement. I am rolling to see how dirty this sewer is. Okay, you're lucky. This is not an actively used sewer. This is just kind of like a tunnel under Nochet. Liera has a torch. Other than that, it is dark as shit. But you're walking. What exactly is Kamzu using to guide him and his friends to this shrine that he knows in his heart of hearts is there?
Well, honestly, maybe I've tried divination.
Okay. Roll me your divination. We'll just like hand wave some stuff here. Roll me your divination roll here, like your water reading.
I'm going to say a dowsing rod.
A dowsing rod. A dowsing rod, given to you by Ferrari, who assured you of its functionality.
Let me see.
Ferrari totally sells dowsing rods, doesn't he, GC?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for the great need of finding water in Nochet.
Hey, sometimes that's actually a problem.
I bought these from some people over in Pratt.
Wait. Collapsed there. Is it?
It's
just
water.
Is it the rune?
Yeah, just the rune. This is a rune spell.
I would use. Okay.
You have three choices. You have water, darkness, or moon. I don't remember which.
Moon.
Yeah. All right.
Which I succeed.
Okay.
16 on a versus 60.
All right. Kamzu, this is going to be a very weird. This is a very weird experience that you are slightly used to on account of being an initiate of Anila for several years at this point. You have this weird, mad whisper in your head, giving you conflicting directions that somehow, in aggregate, are telling you which way to go.
Yeah.
Anila may be arguing with herself, with 4 different voices saying 3 different things, but she is somehow getting you in the right direction.
We're getting closer.
Sig,
This is totally normal and reasonable.
Sig,
You just
standing
have
there
to
with
listen to
Clan.
two voices that agree.
Like, are you sure there's something down here, man? I don't want,
Yes.
I don't think us getting eaten by trolls is gonna help us get eastward. All right, you're walking down the sewers.
Mhm.
Eventually, there's just all sorts of shouting in your head. Left, right, no. Left, down, left, up, no, right, down. Eventually, it comes to your mind that you should be going down. And it's at that moment you hit something with your foot and nearly trip. There's a rock, not perfectly set into the stone of the sewer.
I think this is blocking off a tunnel to the shrine. Help me shift it.
All right.
We're gonna try it.
Lyra holds Lyra, studiously staying away from any of the possible sludge, is holding the torch out to help you guys, while the two of you pick up the rock. It's hefty. Roll me strength times 5, as you and your buddy try to lift this rock.
Oh, that's not the worst. So it's versus 60.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a fail.
All right. So Sig succeeded and you failed. You have a net score of 0. You are struggling. Hey, do you make your third companion come help you?
Uh,
Do you make the merchant
Yeah.
be the tiebreaker? All right.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh,
gonna ask.
special. The sailor and the pirate can't succeed. The merchant walks over and just.
I'm imagining giving you a dirty look.
Oh yeah, the whole time. She was wearing her nice clothes today.
And you took her into the sewers?
Yep.
We didn't know this at the start.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's totally. You guys were walking down an alley and then like found your way to a random ladder that led into the darkness and like followed down the ladder, and then next thing you know, you're in the sewers. But you find it, and there is indeed not a ladder, but it looks like you could slide down this little passage. It's like a chute.
Okay, as the goddess wishes. And I will slide down.
Yeah. You roll me a scan as you slide into the darkness. Yeah, Super Mario pipe noise.
Actually, let me just check some others. Oh yeah, no, that's only does that. Scan. That is a success.
That is, what's your scan skill?
36.
Uh,
So I'm not sure if that's a special.
no, that is a special.
Yeah, it's a special.
All right.
Okay.
You slide down, and afterwards, you were followed by Sig going, "I'm not sure that's a great idea," and Liara going, "You owe me," and just dropping, sliding down, and she's holding the torch. As you see all sorts of things on the walls. You see images of giants and dragons wrestling each other. You see the moon. You see a figure with a great sword leaping down from what presumes to be the moon to stab a dragon. You see like all sorts of inscriptions that like you have never seen any of this before, but like you're learning so much. You feel like you're getting a lesson in your cult as you slide down this passage. Eventually, you come and you hit the ground. And you hit water. It's clean water. Shockingly. But you step out, and Lair's holding up the torch. And all you see is this little idol. It's a bowl with a broken sword resting in it. Do you approach the idol?
Yes.
All right. You approach this idol, this altar, and you peer into it. And the whispers in your head just go, yes, 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 yes. And as you duck your head into, like, you feel this urge, this holy, sacred urge to shove your head in the water. And as you do, your divination comes through in fullness. And you are yeeted out of your spirit, your body. Your spirit is yeeted out of your body. And you are just set flying through the air. And you watch as you zoom across your perception zooms across the sea route, like, you know, in like all sorts of movies where you do like that panoramic shot of like the ocean. Yeah, you're doing that as you soar your way over to Malib. And then, like, you see Dosakayo, this village, right, this big city rising out of the jungle. Elephants, like, walking the streets as people ride on top of them, carrying things, pushing things, everything. There are ships in the bay, including this giant ship with a giant crystal at the top. You zoom all past that. You fly through the streets of Malib, and then suddenly you're in a cave, kind of like this one, just like decorated. And in there, you see a full-on altar complex with a full icon of the crying figure of your goddess sitting over the altar, and on the actual altar itself is what looks like a young man laid to rest gripping a red sword. And you know that if you get to Malib, you can find this temple.
How much do you think the red sword of Tolet goes for on the open market? That'd be a damn good trade deal.
It's not the actual red sword. It's an icon of it. But, you wish that you could find the red sword of
Religious
Tolet.
artifact. You know what I
So
say?
what we're
Payday.
saying is, we want infamy Malib as well.
But yes, you
I mean,
all...
there's several red swords out there. They won't miss one.
Just
The-
gotta Indiana Jones it, like,
But okay.
you just take another sword,
So,
slip
hey,
it in.
Is Malib the one place where we don't have infamy?
I actually believe so. I don't think any of you are...
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No.
yeah. You have a favor there from Prince Harstar.
Yes.
Prince Harstar owes your family a favor. That's like the big thing
Yeah.
that's there.
Yep, but we're not wanted in Malib.
Oh, right, yeah, you do have, Kira's mother sailed with the Amazon, so she is slightly infamous there, but, you know,
Right, yeah.
not like wanted by the police levels. Actually, you didn't gain infamy from that, you just have an in with the Trojans, Kira, so you're not actually infamous there, but yeah. Alright, but you have uncovered the location. You don't know the direction, you cannot... Kamzu, you cannot recite the directions, but you know them. If you get to Malib, you can find this temple. Such is the ways of Vanilla, goddess of secrets and madness.
I think he's after withdrawing his head from dunking it. I imagine he's like a little. He's ecstatic. He's.
I will note that this temple, the temple there, counts as having a that you, and you would know this. This temple that you have found the location of teaches true sword and shield as an association through the association of her son Artwell.
That would be big. So yes, I would like to go to Malib.
So noted.
Kamzu, I need to go to Malib.
Yes.
You need to go to Malib.
Kamzu, you try to find your way out of this shrine. Obviously you can't really scamper back up the slide.
Yeah.
However, what you do find is there's a little place that leads out. There's a little like cavern. As the three of you like climb and clamber and crawl your way out. You find yourself in water. You are now in the bay. Specifically, you find yourselves out in like the harbor, but like a ruined part of the harbor. There's like stone and everything just lying at the bottom of the harbor.
Liara so much after this.
She is glaring daggers into you in the back of your head right now.
You told this woman you were taking her to a shrine, and so she put on her nice clothing, and now she's swimming in it.
To be honest, the swimming is less of a problem than the sewer part, but yes.
Yeah, if we're talking, our clothing probably isn't, getting it wet isn't too unusual.
Oh yeah. And she's still fuming over that you made me climb through the sewers, you asshole. Part. Sig seems relieved, if anything, to be back in the water.
Yeah. How do I recognize like what part of the ruined harbor this is?
You can roll me customs Wertagi, actually.
Okay. Well, out of character, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's not really a way to hide this, but yeah, you can roll me. Let me put it this way. This is the the remnants of the Dragon Harbor. Yeah, but if you pass the customs check, you can actually like find you'll know like what part of the harbor this was for. Put it that way. Okay, that's a 5.
Success.
That is a 5. Yeah, that's a success. This was the outfitting part. This is where like the sorcerers like Apsan would sit and repair the dragon ships with their magics.
Oh, wow.
It seems to be the only part that's still intact out of the Dragon Harbor. The rest of it has been mined, and like you can see this as you're swimming around. The rest of it seems to have been like mined for its stone. Like people retrieved the stone and used it elsewhere.
Makes sense. That's always what happens with ruins.
Yeah.
I guess we want to. I guess we want to get back. Like if this is mined, it's not like there's like hidden stuff, especially since we've
well, this part of the ruins is still intact. It's the only intact part, was what I was saying.
I guess Kazmu's gonna like look at the other two and kind of like nod, like check it out. Start swimming over to the.
Yeah, no, Liara starts swimming. Yeah, Liara starts exploring. All right, but we're gonna bounce from you back to our merchant group, who are still haggling over the exact distribution. So we're back to the group of 3. So you've been offering Arana the thing of taking stuff to and like let me get this straight. You are offering to like give her a profit, like a share of the profits from like the selling and buying that you do there. So like this procuring, you're going to procure bronze to take there, or are you asking her to supply the bronze that you want to take there?
We are going to. We're only asking for the ship.
Okay.
If she wants to invest more by writing trade goods, she can, but otherwise we will supply the goods.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have the money to fill the entire ship, but we'll be filling what we can. If there's
Well, we're
space,
not letting her know that we can't fill the entire hole ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're presenting a much firmer plan and situation than you actually have in true merchant
we
fashion.
need to look like we're actually what's the word, soluble.
Yeah, you're trying to present the thing that you are much more competent merchants. Solvent. Yeah.
Solvent. Yes.
Yeah. Soluble is like dissolvable, to be clear.
We might be soluble.
We are to some degree soluble.
Yes.
We are 80% water.
Arguably,
That's it.
we're talking being more water aligned than most people, are more soluble than most people. But moving on. All right. So if you're presenting her the arrangement of you provide boat, we'll provide goods, and then come back with money, is the
Yes.
gist of it, right?
That's the gist of it.
All right.
So we just need to figure out kind of percentages.
Yeah,
of-
I want one of y'all to roll me, in some combination between the three of you, insight, human, charm, and bargain.
Bargain. I'm rolling bargain.
Yeah, I figured you would claim that one.
I
My
am
insight
not.
human is only at 25.
My insight.
Richard either fumbled or crit. That's usually what results
Hey,
with
well,
that
okay,
noise.
it's not quite a fumble, but it is a failure.
Oh.
I have basically no skills in any of these.
All right.
So
Yeah,
97 out of 90.
my insight owned species is a 50.
Okay.
okay, and your charm?
30.
Well, there's more of a difference between our insight and human, so you should roll that and I'll roll charm. I'm basing either one, but that's a bigger difference for the insight.
Okay, is this a time where truth would apply?
Oof, that's
Can I augment
painful,
charm
Richard.
with charisma?
Yeah, I would allow augmenting it with charisma.
Okay, I've got a pretty decent charisma, so that helps.
I have to inform you guys that the cat is snoring.
Oh.
That
He's
almost
just-
takes away from my pain.
I
That is a
I thought you
successful-
needed that right there, Richard.
In other words, Flush is killing herself right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, no. Please don't make those jokes. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks to the augment, that is a success with a 35 on the charm
Ah.
against 20 plus 20 from the augment.
Okay. We're waiting on the insight.
Yeah, I'm rolling with you. I'm just like, I don't know if the augment is applicable, so I'm just.
I don't
rolling
really
stealth
think
and
the
see.
augment is super applicable. Sorry.
No, fair enough. No, that
All right.
augment wouldn't have helped anyway.
Here's what you guys get presented with. She will provide a cog, right? Like a trading or a trading ship, right?
Okay.
She wants 25% of the profit. And she's saying she's telling you she's being generous because she likes y'all's she likes y'all's like spirit. She's willing to go out on a limb for y'all.
That's acceptable. Yeah, I figured we won't get because of our rolls. I figured we won't get any lower than that. So, no. So I think we just
Yeah.
take that.
All right.
Well,
25% isn't as bad as I thought.
probably because I
yeah.
succeeded on the charm.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's
you got
generally
the
a
charm.
friendly. It's generally a friendly NPC because
Yeah.
she's the wife of your mentor. So
Mm-hmm. All right.
But okay, you have secured a tub. This is a standard merchant vessel, crew of about 30 plus. You guys can man that with y'all's like age group.
Okay.
It is not the fastest vessel. It is not the most defensible of vessels, but it is a vessel.
Can I inspect the quality of the ship? Like how?
It's
How
not
good is
currently.
it?
It's currently mothballed, so the quality will seem dismal because it's laid up due to the fact that it's not sailing season.
So I guess we'll have to
Yeah. You'll
ready it.
yeah it'll be readied and stuff with the coming year. Put it that way.
Makes sense.
It's on land at the moment. Yeah, is the best explanation. She is expecting she is because of the charm success. She is in the case of failure, she is kind of writing this off. So you are not indebting your community to her. This is a very speculative thing. However, she does expect a significant portion of profit. Like, to be clear, this is 25%. Like, this is a quarter of all the profit. So, like, the share like, if you go to other investors, her share comes first. So, like, you have 75% of the profit to work from if you're getting other people involved.
Yeah.
Yes, she's getting 25% of the gross.
Yeah.
No, not
25% of the reported
the
profit.
profit, not the gross.
Yeah. She's not shouldering the cost. She's just taking off of the profit. Yeah.
Okay.
And and she didn't offer to. I'm assuming she didn't offer to supply any trade goods either.
No.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to source those from elsewhere.
Yeah. If you had succeeded in her bargain, she might have been more willing to put up more capital. But as it stands, it's just she'll give you a boat.
Yeah. I mean, as it stands, that seems fine.
Yeah.
I
Valid.
mean, honestly,
Boat acquired.
pooling our money, we can get a significant portion of trade goods, I think. But still better to seek out other investors.
Yeah. All right.
We can't always acquire the goods on route.
This is true. You do have. I will point out, Galtos does owe a favor from Galtos' family is owed a favor by Prince Harstar of Dosakayo.
We can call that in if we want to.
It would be a very low-level thing to call in a favor from a prince for.
Yes.
But
That's the main thing. Is it's maybe a bit
Galtos,
too low.
it is piracy in a tub would be a choice.
Would be challenging.
Yeah, it would be very challenging.
We have
All right.
a sorcerer.
You do have actually, yeah, this is true. If you ask in preparation for this, if you ask Absan, can he help you take a vessel? His response will be very simply, I can sink it for you.
It's not actually the same thing.
It's not like he can disable vessels for you. Is the gist of his response. All right. I am still contemplating what the fuck has happened to our 2 pair of shamans, so we're gonna take a break right now.
Okay, that's fair.
While I eat a muffin and contemplate what's going on.
I'll be back at 5.
Yeah.
Long
all right.
distance travel.
Whoa! I clicked the very wrong button there. Yes, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked on the start recording button, and then I clicked down to onto the thing onto Discord to like minimize OBS, and I accidentally clicked on the disconnect button.
Many such cases.
Yeah, it's not my finest moment there. All right, you were saying, GC, before I panicked.
So this wasn't really long distance travel, so I think
Yeah.
the odds that I end up somewhere outside of Undine's court are low, but probably it means I've got, like, my trajectory was an error.
Yeah, let me. There's. Okay,
You end up in like the
GC.
or something.
I want you
Yes.
to roll me POW times 4.
How times 4, alright? In my case, that is going to be 72, I think. It is a 49.
Okay. All right. That's who you mean. Cool. All right, GC, Virari.
Yes.
You try and find a current that leads you to the sun, vaguely.
Right.
There's one problem that you forgot about in this concept.
Yes.
Because you were trying to go east. There are currents that go up.
Ah, I see. Okay, yes.
Yes. So
Where
this
did that put the Skyrim?
this was your mistake. And so when you frantically try to prevent yourself from being pulled into the sky river, you get tugged still in King Undine's court, of course. You get tugged into essentially the gravity of the next biggest thing, and you just hear this feminine voice in your head going, "Oh, I haven't seen one of your kind in a long while. Hello, little... I think you call yourselves our slayers?
I'm rolling a spirit lore.
I think you just went into a dragon.
Oh, I failed my spirit lore.
What is this big draconic-looking thing in
It is,
front
it is
of
in fact not a draconic thing. It is a womanly thing. That sounded
Oh,
weird.
okay.
It is a very feminine presence who is doing the... have you ever watched the old Sinbad movie? Like the animated movie?
No.
Oh, well, I was gonna, like...
I'm sorry.
She's like holding you in her... She's doing like this thing of... She's like spiritually holding you in her palm as if she snatched you out of the air because you were tumbling. Or water, air.
Okay.
And she's just kind of like cupping you, like staring at you inspectingly. And she is just... You are this die. My face is her face. That is the skill.
Just out of curiosity, because as a shaman I can just detect this. What's her power?
Her power is infinity.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I figured. Good.
Stop getting grabbed by giant women.
Great. No, never.
Ferrari will never not be grabbed by giant women. Okay.
That's golden type activity.
That is so funny because Yolvin tried to in our other campaign when he rolled his thing. He tried to seduce Marangor and failed.
He did. Yeah, the man got stepped on.
Yeah. All right.
I think Ferrari's response to this is something along the lines of immediately, I would never. What? Slayer? No. Me? No.
Guess it should have been me. The god, the sea goddess, as what you can you're probably guessing she is, stares at you, like, just kind of goes, raises an eyebrow,
Right.
leans in
Just
super
spiritually
close,
sweating.
is super close, so her eyeball is the entirety of of what is in front of you. It's like there is nothing but her eyeball as she leans in and she goes, "You are Wartagi, yes?"
Yes.
Cultural amnesia, I suppose. She then, very nonchalantly goes, where were you trying to go?
Toward the Gate of Dawn.
You owe me, little fish. And she just flicks her hand, and you are just, next thing you know, you are sailing through the water, and then you just smack dab into something that feels like it should have been where you're supposed to go. And yes, you do in fact feel the spiritual presence of the Gates of Dawn as you stare up, and you experience the rising of Yelm on the spirit world before you are punted back to your body.
You're gonna check on fire for that?
Sure, yes.
Did you just encounter?
He encountered a goddess, is what he did. You can do that in the spirit plane, and it's very not great.
Yeah, I got that. Just which one?
He doesn't know.
I don't know. I failed my spirit lore check.
But he did get to the Gates of Dawn on the spirit plane.
I did.
He'd be happy that he didn't end up there physically somehow.
She probably can't do that to him while his body's in Nojin.
But the important thing is, did I discern anything about the East Isles on my high-speed spiritual trajectory pass?
I will let you roll
As I was
scan
going,
at half skill. At half skill, I will roll scan, and you may have. You
all right, half skill
animaniacs shit.
That's a 17.
Alright.
Nope.
Okay, you perceived nothing. It was a blur. You were still going, big pretty lady, as you sailed through the air. You don't even know what she looks like, to be clear. You just know that she has a giant eyeball that is.
There was more.
You also apparently owe her.
Yes, she did. She did in fact declare that you owed her, which is a terrifying thing for a shaman to hear. All right.
Hey, look. any deity that encounters a shaman on the spirit plane can already just tell you that you're going to do them a favor, and there's not really much you can do about it.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much,
you know.
yes. All right. Last thing before we call this the session, because I'm not doing great, to be honest. Namaka, what sort of spirit were you looking for? Reminder that this is not animal spirits are not present here. Just okay, cool. So you go looking, and you're searching for these friendly spirits, until eventually you hear the weirdest thing that you never could have imagined. You hear a voice speaking in Wertagi at you. You just hear, wait, you're alive? And you just feel this presence. It's cold, like freezingly cold. But this presence is like enveloping you like the way like a water spirit would, a water elemental would. And it's you feel like it's attention on you from every single angle as if it's trying to prove you're wrong, prove you aren't Wertagi. That means you've never heard a water spirit gasp before, but you just did. And you hear, I must tell the Sivas. Where are you from? No chat. No chat, no chat, no chat. Alright. Do you, and you feel as if it's like cupping your face as much as an amorphous blob of water can. Do you still sail?
I got great news for you, lady.
They sail. They sail. And it's like you feel as if you're being hugged. We'll find you. As this allied spirit, this Rune Lord allied spirit, embraces you, hugs you, and then vanishes from the world, from the spirit plane, as if it's manifesting in the physical world.
That's probably a good thing for us.
All right. And with that, Namaka, you return to your physical body, and it's if you consult with your shamanic mentor about that sort of spirit, which I presume you generally do. Yeah, Zeron will shocked and like kind of horrified, but also in awe, identified as an allied, the sort of spirit Magasta gives his rune lords as allied spirits. You encountered an allied spirit of one of the Hellfleet. Is the only thing that he can come to. That's the conclusion he comes to.
Nice.
And on that note, we're gonna end the session.
No worries.